It's open enrollment. Everybody is wondering, should you go with the PPO, the high deductible plan? What in the world is the best choice? PPO, high deductible plans, when it comes to open enrollment, it's a big deal, it's a big decision, and you're stuck with it for a year. So you got to really figure out what's the best move to make. If we haven't met, I'm Eric with Jazz Wealth Managers, where we don't just invest your dough, we like to educate you on your dough. So I want to give you a scenario of not something just that is something I randomly came up with. This is actually a conversation I had yesterday with a client where we helped them through this specific scenario. So this is the kind of stuff we like to help with. So let's go over to the handy-dandy board and let's talk about it. So if we're looking here at a PPO plan or a high deductible plan, oftentimes those are two of the popular plans that you're going to be looking at in open enrollment for selecting insurance. Now, the PPO plan oftentimes has a bit better of an option, though it's more expensive. You may be able to go to a larger network or even go out of network and have a lot more of your costs covered. The high deductible plan is oftentimes a bit lower as far as the insurance goes, but you end up paying almost all of the deductible on the front side. Sometimes they'll cover a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but in the end, you have to look at a lot of different scenarios. So with this client specifically, we were looking at this, and to give you an idea, they were going to pay $250 bi-weekly. So they got paid 26 weeks a year, so it was bi-weekly. They were going to pay $250 for the PPO plan, and they were going to pay $150 for the high deductible plan. Now, there's so much more to look at than just, hey, this one's cheaper. Because the thing is you want to first, as I mentioned, you want to talk about who you're going to the doctor with, because sometimes these high deductible plans, you have to go out of network, and that's going to run up your costs. You also want to look at how often you are going to the doctor. If you're going to the doctor all the time, you're probably going to spend a lot of money going to the doctor on a high deductible plan versus the PPO maybe covers a little bit more of that. Those are things you need to look at. Another scenario with all of this that I really like to show and talk through, and this is something that I myself worked on with my plan and really looking when my wife was working. This was one we were working on together, and she said, do we do the PPO or do we do the high deductible? And here's what I showed her. So with that, and just what I showed this client yesterday. So right here, you have a $100 difference. Well, if you're getting paid bi-weekly, that's $2,600 worth of savings. Well, the awesome thing is that $2,600 can go into an HSA account, and now this $2,600 can be used for covering the deductibles until you meet your deductible or your max out of pocket, depending on what it all breaks down to there. But in the end, the thing is you have to be very careful, because what if your max out of pocket, let's just say, is $3,500 for this plan and $3,500 for this plan, but this one pays almost all of your deductibles when you're going to the doctor. You're only paying maybe a $40 copay. This one, you're paying everything out of pocket. If you're going to the doctor all the time and you're going to end up paying $3,500 here, let's just say, just for example's sake, that maybe you're only going to pay $500 here when it comes to all of just, paying the $40 copays. Well, now we take into consideration what you're putting into your HSA. If you have $2,600 in your HSA, now we go up here, we add that, we have $3,100 versus here, you're still going to spend the $3,500 even though you're saving the $2,600. It's a $900 spread. So in this scenario alone, you may look at the PPO. Now, I'm only showing you this because everybody's plan is a bit different. There's a lot to break down and really go through. And as I said, you really want to talk about who is in your network, because that's going to be one of the biggest decisions you need to think on making too. I love the HSA at Jazz. We talk about it all the time here, but it's not always the best scenario for you. So this is just a quick example to kind of show you what we do with clients, what we talk about, and make sure that maybe you're thinking about this for yourself to make the right decisions with your dough. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch more FinTips videos, click here. Be sure to like and subscribe also.